Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the next session. It's a new... I'm talking about my head and I can't get lost track. Well, we left in mid-fight, so let's continue the fight.
Extension to make the fonts bigger for that to work.
Bigger fonts for everybody.
I don't want bigger fonts. My fonts are big enough.
So the only option.
Kay likes big fonts and they cannot lie.
It's
Right,
more
so
that
that's-
I'm currently
come on.
viewing this across the room and my eyesight's not that good.
Aye, so the only alternative is to scale your UI.
Yeah, scale
Make
UI.
the wall, or make the wall come towards you,
Yes.
so that the so that you can see it better.
Oh, hang on.
Your telekinesis.
We've been booted again.
Just
Ooh.
you.
Oh, I've been booted. Okay.
Ooh, Thaddeus Wildsoe said, ooh.
No, the cat sat on the keyboard. That's what that is.
You
So
can do /scale UI
Hey,
space.
will you get off
200,
me?
it goes up
Come
to
on.
200, but that will double the
What's
size
that?
of the challenger as well.
Okay, there we go. Right. So basically, with all the action and combat going on in the halls of pestilence, unfortunately, the zombies that Thaddeus obviously knew existed somewhere and you didn't deal with before you passed them gang up, and one of them attacks Aki, but unlike our test one, it misses. So that brings us to the new round. Excellent sound effects. And let's see what the Luco Daemon says. Well, exactly. I mean, you can't really argue with that, can you?
No, possibly serve it with melted butter.
Quite possibly. Unfortunately, it's got the Joker. So it's going to what's it going to do? What shall we do? That's the question. We've done the breath of flies, so some of you still got flies flying around you, I seem to recall. We can only do that once per encounter.
Scale UI space, and then put a number over 100 and up to 200.
I'm already running at 115 on mine, so to make the text big enough for it to show up in the chat. So, okie dokie. I am going to say, detect. It's just going to eat someone, I think. Not going to do anything clever, I'm afraid. Oh look!
Your resolution is high weirdness. That's what it is.
We're in a holiday let, so my laptop, which has got no screen, is plugged into the television, and I'm across the room from it. So I wanted to be able to read the text.
Well, you can read. You've just taken 3 wins.
The
Yes,
demon just
that
slaps, literally takes your head off, I'm afraid to say.
That's just rude.
It is rather.
And you've not reset the Benny, which I assume was on purpose.
Mid-fight.
Yeah, that's why I assumed it was on purpose. I will still try and soak it.
To appeal to someone out there to... Oh, you know what? No one's here yet. I'll let the bennies flow myself. There you go, because I'm nice.
Bloody kind.
I
I
do
will
when there's no one out there.
take the reducing it to 1 wound. I doubt that spending the second Benny's going to make that better.
Okie dokie. That brings us to Aki, who has 4 zombies approaching him.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to entangle them with vines that are going to damage them and make them and be strong as well.
Rolf Lamb came off hold and got dealt in again.
Yes, he did. So the on-hold is broken.
Yep, the hold is broken. It redeals the cards. Yeah, I told members about that piece.
Well, we weren't sure if it was fixed or not, so now we know it's not fixed.
But Sassafras is still on hold unless you just...
No, I just put Sassafras on hold. Well, what I'm going to do is just delete it from the combat tracker today, aren't I?
There's no point trying to speak when that sound effect's happening.
No. Okay, so Aki has entangled Vorka and Cease, Majenko and Ruti evade.
No, I wasn't targeting him.
Well, it says.
That was my targets from last week when I was.
Sorry, you targeted the
smiling.
players.
Evil
Get
GM
raised, so
starting
that
as he
makes
means to
them-
go on.
Does that mean
Exactly.
entangled or bound?
You didn't get the race, they're just entangled.
And then I will. But is he close enough to hit me? If I move away, you can get me. Does tangling stop him from attacking me?
No, but it
Yes.
does give him a minus.
No, it doesn't, because he's not. It's a bound word. Entangled doesn't, so he will get
Yeah.
an attack on you, but he is distracted. No, he's vulnerable now,
No, it's
isn't
not.
he?
It's
They're not just-
vulnerable.
Yeah. So I do get a
Yeah.
swipe if you move away. Are you moving away?
I'm gonna let him swipe at me and move away.
Oh, that was nearly a 6. You're okay. You can move away. He fails to hit you.
And that's my move.
These up too.
And Kev's going to want that back there for his cloud of flies, because that's what it was.
Oh, cloud flies. What?
You put that burst template on around the Luca demon for the cloud of flies, and that's the area the flies are in, isn't it?
It is. Oh yes. Okay, Cease needs to make an evasion check. The flies are swarming around the demon. He's out of bennies. He flies are biting Cease. He is shaken and he is distracted by the flies.
Okay. Standing up's 2 points of my action move thingy. You know what I mean.
It is.
Okay, well, leaves me with enough to do that easily.
The demon will get a free attack on you if you do that.
Sorry, I didn't. Sorry, please excuse that. I don't do that. I'm going to hit it instead. In fact, I think I'm going to wild attack it.
He doesn't like that.
Yes, that's pounce, isn't it? Yes.
Oh, you're no longer prone. Hang on, let me turn off prone.
I did that a bit
Evilise
too
you.
many times.
You still have your conviction, though it will expire at the end of your action.
I think I will be keeping it going with my final Benny.
It's an audience. Someone needs to start trolling the rounds to try and drag some people in. Hit with
Probably like
raise.
hitting with a raise.
Flies are buzzing all around him. It's very unpleasant in there, it should be pointed out.
They can buzz off.
Uh,
Okay, I'm going to
Wound.
drop Benny in the chat window to keep my conviction going.
Drop it on your
Okay.
conviction, it should keep it going.
I've tried it.
No, your conviction on there.
yeah, see?
Oh. Fair enough. Okay, apparently that creates a foghorn.
Now, you want to make him, because you hit him with a raise and you're a monk, but you want to make him distracted or vulnerable.
Has he acted yet this round?
Yes.
Yes, he was on the Joker.
Then I'll make him vulnerable, please.
Okay.
I'm just going to have a look where Majenko is.
I'm going to spend Benny. Joker bonus. Oh,
That's unintentional. I was trying to move the screen.
okay. He takes no damage, but he is distracted.
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable. I apologise.
I wanted him vulnerable.
I do.
I wanted him vulnerable. If you're staying near the demon, you're going to have to make an evasion check, Leia.
I will. I'm just moving Majenko just now.
Okay.
Can't go through that. It's a wall.
The doors are there and there.
And the only open door is that one.
Oh,
Indeed.
he was next
That's-
to that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly.
I'll start that again. I honestly thought the middle was the door. My distance vision sucks, so I'm struggling with my eyesight right now. I apologise.
Oh, read that. It's purple on my blue background. How are you? So I don't know what that says, Jiminy, I'm afraid. Can't read it.
Majenko's going to have a go at him as well.
Must be someone hacked my account.
Okay. Go for it.
I shall. Bear with me.
Can I ask that
Benny's.
Majenko goes to the other side of you for this attack?
Nope. Please ignore the cat movement. That was me by accident.
That's okay. I was trying to be helpful because I know you're on the other side of the room.
Struggling? Yeah. Well, he
Okay.
tried.
In that case, Leia and Majenko need to make evasion checks or agility checks at -2.
I'll do agility at -2. It's a lot easier. Well, Majenko fails.
And Majenko fails, so therefore Majenko is distracted by all the flies buzzing around him, and he also takes wrong damage. It's a good thing because looking at all those dice exploding, he takes 5 points of damage, which probably won't hurt Majenko. Majenko's shaken by the flies. You evade the
fine.
flies. You're fine. That brings us
With my
to...
tail whipping around, batting them away.
It is indeed.
Okay, it's done.
Let's notice something there.
Can someone get rid of these infernal flies?
Oh God, there's a very large burst template appearing on top of my burst template, and it's getting very bursty.
Yeah, I think that's the best I can do. So, I think we'll just
I'm so
do-
excited I may just burst.
There you are, I'm giving Benny's. There you go.
Large template done.
Tell you what, every time I give the party Benny's myself, I'm going to give myself one.
Selective, obviously, right?
That seems fair.
So,
A Lucodemon, my dear, I think you'll find that they're abyssal flies rather than infernal flies. If it was a devil, it'd be infernal.
I don't care
Why
what
are the
kind
sound
of
effects so
flies they
bloody
are.
loud today?
To stop the damn things from buzzing.
Sound effects seem extra loud today. I don't know why.
They do.
Have you got the volume turned up on them?
Global volume is set at 80%, and I've just taken it down to 70.
Don't you have a specific setting for one-shots, though?
Ah, yes, let's take this one shots down as well. Good point. I forget if spells are one shots.
right. So, vigor rolls to avoid being stunned.
Including PCs or just bad guys?
Just bad guys, it's selective.
Yay.
Oh, does that stun all the flies as well?
Don't know.
No.
How many flies are there kept for you to roll for?
The flies
It's
are an
raining flies.
The
Hallelujah.
flies are an effect and therefore immune to stun.
It would still be pretty cool if they all started raining out of the sky.
Oh, yeah, I'm not denying that. Yeah. Why didn't that work?
Flies are an effect.
In this case.
Mm-hmm.
There they are,
attractive.
if you look. No, if you actually look, they're an effect on the demon. Flies buzzing is an effect on the demon.
So kill the demon, kill the flies. Like save the cheerleader, save the world.
Yes.
No, there's an interesting concept, because you can do an animated token, couldn't you? On the map,
What, for the buzzy things?
to the buzzy thing.
Cool.
No, he's got to be wasting time. Air particles, back swarms, bird decoration, butterflies.
And yeah, so what we're doing now is
I think the best I can do is that, really, at the moment. Now I just need to make it smaller.
Well, that's a Thaddeus effect. So
Yeah.
So yeah, vigor rolls.
Yeah.
On three
making them-
doctors and the demon. I've targeted them all, but obviously you're gonna have to.
So the demon's passed, and one of the physicians has passed.
Oh bother, the demon's passed.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh well.
Another physician's passed. That one didn't.
So what one failed?
The one that's not wounded and distracted by habit.
Shall we clear targeting and then target that one?
I've just put stunned in, it's okay.
Right. Okay. So he's stunned. Right. Great.
Wonderful.
We can advance that and get rid of the bursty burst.
Oh, just see, did they both break free from being entangled?
Oh, bollocks. I forgot Entangle's not automated. Ah.
No. And it's ending when it shouldn't as well.
Yeah, but that's why you see. That's why I didn't pick up on it, because it vanished as soon as the turn ended. Oh, no, it's
That
not.
means you haven't updated then.
I have updated. That's the whole bloody point.
The effects.
I kicked everyone off to update.
But not the
You know, it wouldn't be a game if we had everything go smoothly.
That is very true.
Maybe he-
were on the other side of the bridge, weren't they?
No, it doesn't really
I
matter,
thought
does
we'd
it?
fixed durations.
So did I.
And they both need to take 2d4 damage as well.
At the end of the turn, we do.
Yeah.
Justus, you're up, sir.
Right.
Interesting, look, the entangled target takes 2d4 damage at the end of turn's not going away. The entangled effect didn't work.
Yeah. There's all that.
So look at the code.
The expired, they've got a break.
They're all set to instant. Bloody hell, why are they all set to instant? There we go, that's fixed them. They're fixed. That means I've got a dodgy version of the rule. I've got a dodgy version of the module running. Got one I was obviously buggering around with earlier.
Aye, because
When someone told me to set, when someone incorrectly told me to set them all to -1, when -1 doesn't actually work. That's what happened there.
Ah, yeah, you don't change them to -1. -1 means instant.
Yeah, I know, but you told me last week I needed to change it to -1 to make them work, so I did.
I never said set it to -1.
Yes, you did. I'll even play it. I can probably play it back because I sat there in the middle of the game doing a find and replace, changing them all to -1 because you told me to.
Yeah, so they're still entangled on it because I made it hard as well. That thing. So it's got 10 something.
Okay, one's hang on. Okay, that's fine. So that one goes down. And you move to there. Queen's position 5 clomps you on the back of the head as you run away.
Oh, he didn't. All right, he's shaken, so he can't.
Yeah.
Well, he missed, so I'll use my counter-attack on him.
Not if you're moving away, you can't.
Well, he hits me before I move away, so he misses, then I counter-attack.
No,
and I
he
slip
hits.
away.
You turn your back on him and walk away. Therefore, he hits you. I'm not letting you get a counterattack on someone you're disengaging with.
Fair enough.
You got to admit that is a fairly reasonable argument. If you've disengaged, you shouldn't be able to counterattack.
Fair enough.
Don't forget, it applies both ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't react to a reaction.
Actually, you can, because first strike and counter-attack, if you have improved at both, you can just go back and forth.
Aye, but that's a reaction to an action.
Fair enough.
I like that logic.
Otherwise, if you can react to a reaction, you end up somebody first strike you, so you counter-attack the first strike, and then whose order is it now? You go,
You can also counter-attack a counter-attack.
Exactly. Well, actually, you can't. That's the point, because the counter-attack's the reaction.
Well, actually, there's nothing in the rules that says you can't react to a reaction. I was just using the common sense of you turned your back on someone and then they swipe at you. You can't counter-attack it. If
Fair
you,
enough. Well, you missed me anyway.
yeah, I would allow. Although defense a full round action, I know you couldn't do it, but from a logical point of view, if you were defending and backing away, as it were, then I'd probably argue there is a case for it. But I don't think you can. You can't. I don't think you can counterattack if you're defending anyway. Maybe you can, and that would make sense then.
That was so nearly a 10.
5 hits.
It does, but I think it's worth the go for the raise. That's better.
Hang on, I can't work this one out. You get a -2 from. Oh, the wild attack's cancelling out the. I see. The wild attack was cancelling out the multi-action. Right, fair enough.
Yes. But
That's why I
should have
couldn't
put that
work
on
out.
before. Anyway.
That's what I couldn't work out the sums on. I missed it.
Oh, we can Benny that, I think. Got to put the raise on it. No, that wasn't an attack. That was a damage roll. Oh, bloody hell. Right.
No, just roll the
Right.
damage. Hit with race is still
Yeah,
programmed.
Yeah, I'm just going to roll the damage. Oh, you bugger. Shaken again. I think it's worth one more Benny. I'll put the Benny in there and just re-roll the damage this way. That's better!
Deepest creepers. No, I'm going to have to spend enough spending on that, aren't I? So much for the Joker bonus. Oh well, he's going down, but I'm just going to spend a virtual Benny just to see what would have happened if I had one more Benny left.
Now, can we stop hanging around with the demon and find the evil cult priestess?
It's an interesting question. Go in PCs, and I go boot. Yep. D-A-E. Yeah, oh, L-E, that's why I couldn't find it. So, if we go like that, and then we look at the flies, once per encounter is limited action, in addition, the flies link for 3 rounds. Okay, right, you need to make an evasion roll.
Do the flies remain permanently? Damn it.
It doesn't say that they dissipate on its death. It says they stay they stay centered on the demon for a certain amount of time. So, therefore, they will dissipate. They will dissipate when they dissipate, if you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
they're still there. They're still swarming.
Genie and not me. That roll for our genie and not me. I actually evaded.
Not fair. I just did 2 wounds on you.
Oh, then it would have been 2 wounds, except I skidded underneath, and I should have just finished my turn by moving back out again because I had plenty of pace. But we'll assume that I did.
If you do that, you didn't need to roll.
Yeah, we'll just assume that I. No, but there you go. You would have wounded me had I stayed there, but I didn't.
Fair enough. Sorry, clicked the wrong button there. Didn't need to click that. Anyway, Vorka, you're up, sir.
Well, okay. My plan went out the window when the demon went kerplop, so Vorka is going to come over here and step between these 2 guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to chop that one, I think. Which one is that? That is number 2 targeted. Okay. Doopy doopy doop doop. Doopy doopy doop. Where is my? There it is. Doopy doopy doop. Ha ha!
That's a hit. I can't remember what an allying sword does.
That gives a +1 gang up bonus.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, which I programmed in, didn't I, with a gang up +1. Oh my word, you just skewer that physician. Down he goes.
And that is Vorka's turn.
Okay, zombie number 3 is meant to be entangled. He'll try breaking free and fail miserably, therefore he'll take 2d4 damage. Taking 9 points of damage, which shakes him. Zombie number 4 will attempt to break free.
And does.
And does. Open that. God knows what's going on. Let's try that again. Someone just put a bloody template there. That's what's going on. It's buggering up my movement. Oh, for crying out loud. There we go. That's okay. No, don't. I wasn't minding about the template. I was minding about my inability to move a zombie. He breaks free and slashes at the gnome, doing quite a lot of damage.
If they can just break out with a roll of 4.
He didn't break free.
Roll of 4 and he can break out of a 10.
Because if he was going to be doing a fighting attack as well, then there's multi-action penalty on the breaking free, which means that was a 2, not a 4.
Points taken. So ignore the damage. I'm just off asleep today, obviously.
Saved you from 3 wounds there, Aki.
Thanks very much.
You're
wondering why entangled is so shit. He rolls a 4 to break out of it. What's the point of me making it stronger? What is the point of it having strength if they can just break out with it?
Wusai, he's still in it.
You didn't put the strength You didn't put the strength version of entangle on the effect. Therefore, I didn't know you did it.
I did the one that's just strength 10, which is the stronger version.
So that's harder to break, but not necessarily harder to. Well, actually, yeah, the strength roll to get out of entangle is at -2. It's either athletics or strength at -2, so we still didn't get out anyway.
Oh, yeah, good. I tell you why. You know what happened, didn't it? It didn't have because the effect was gone. It didn't put, it did because the effect vanished. It didn't put the penalty on, did it? That's the problem.
They wouldn't put a penalty on because you're vulnerable with entangled rather than distracted.
used to put a penalty on, didn't it?
It used to, but it doesn't because it's not distractive at that level. It's now strength at -2 or athletics, without a penalty to break free.
Yes.
Although, the good news is you have learnt how to use the entangle rules correctly. Grumble, grumble.
There is no such thing as strong entanglement. There's only tough entanglement.
Yeah.
Let's put the effects back on him and see what happens. Right.
Yes, it says that it's toughness 10.
Yeah, it does. But but no, that's the point I was trying to make. Is there's no such thing as strong entanglement. There is only tough entanglement.
I used to always cast. I used to never ever increase toughness. Always leave it 8 because Kevin would never allow a breakout by weapon up until now. He would never think to do that.
I do it all the time.
If someone else come along and cut you out, that's different.
No, there's not. The rules state you can attempt to cut yourself free, so you therefore just make a damage roll. So that's when the toughness 10 comes into
I
play.
remember doing a forum post of this, and a while back. It was a long time ago.
Oh no, I've done it for the bad guys numerous times. Okay, new round, and the zombies got the Joker, so I have a Betty back. Right. So I won't bother putting the you know what I mean. So that is a 5, so that's successful. I was going to put, so I won't put the -2 in but then I remembered I do need to because otherwise it's still going to put the Joker bonus in. Okay, so that zombie breaks free of entanglement, and now I get to hit you.
No, because you didn't take the multi-action penalty as well.
Well, he moves anyway.
Yeah,
Shut
he
up.
can move, but
I'll take that back. He sometimes remembers the entangled rules.
Oh dear. Successful.
and there's a multi-action penalty there. Oh no, that's just the -2 for the strength roll, so it's still no multi-action. So he can move, but he can't attack.
Only just one soul.
Oh heaven, right, okay. Oh, we're gonna have to risk it, aren't we? Here.
Hang on a sec. You haven't got any effects running at the moment, have you?
Me, no.
Okay, that's fine. No, it's okay. Something weird happened. I don't know what it was. I thought Shaken wasn't going. Shaken wasn't rolling, but it's fine. Ignore me. You can put that back now if you want. There you go. Although if you go without moving, it's okay. You can center it there, so you can still get all 4 of them. The center's got to be within your line of sight, and that's your line of sight limit there.
Center must hold.
This is the 3rd round. The flies will finally dissipate this round.
Okay, righty do. Right, I'll just make sure I've got the right weapon equipped. I will stab him with a rapier.
Oh, it's Jiminy doing the center. I apologise, Jimmy. I'll just move it back for you. There you go.
Yeah, I'm not really good at this kind of stabby stuff. I need to practice a bit. Oh, it's a hit.
Actual one, twice though.
Pointy end into the bad guy.
Only because I had a gang up bonus.
That gang up bonus makes a heck of a difference, it would appear.
I just need to check.
See if I can find a buzzing flies animated token, although I probably won't ever use one of these again.
Damage type. We have to create a sub attack, don't we, for this?
You do, I thought. Yeah, you have to create a sub attack for human bane weapons.
You do,
can't
yes.
automate it annoyingly. Sub
I didn't
attack.
think we'd pick that up.
Thaddeus did.
Ah.
Are you doing it?
No, you can put the title in, how you want to call it.
I did it and then nothing happened and then it did it. So it's going to be D6, isn't it?
It'll be D6 damage and it'll have extra AP.
Yeah, I've done the AP. So it's a rapier bane. So it's rapier bane human
Yep, it's done.
versus
2d6.
human. There you go.
And it doesn't matter if the dice are broken, though, does it?
You can spend a penny to re-roll if you want. You've only got to put down 2 positions for zombies, and you get new cards and bennies for the start of this session.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because we're still mid-fight at the end of last session.
Super laggy at the minute.
That's a wound.
It's a wound.
That's enough to put him down, in fact.
Oh, this is super laggy. Right, there we go.
And the entangle power is expired again, even though I've set it to not have a duration. What's going on? Oh, it must have been because it was on the Queen's Physician at the time. Oh, it's okay. I'll remember that. You won't let me forget they're entangled.
Oh, the one I was about to kill has been killed, so I will
Go for the other
go
one.
for the other one.
The unconscious, prone, and lying on the floor one.
I guess so.
If you hurt children.
Yeah, he did. Don't get me wrong.
Well, then, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll slash the hell out of him.
I'm not saying you shouldn't, by the way. Okay, let's hit whoever is. It's probably the end of him.
Die.
I think he hit him.
Just a bit.
I stopped. Something's definitely lagging in the background somewhere, isn't it? But internet land, not with me, because the sound's coming back down to us, isn't it? It's
And
not.
tried to crash the desktop.
Oh, you were lagging me out, were you? Ah, there we go. The door's there.
Sorry, couldn't see it.
It's the big white square. I'm teasing you, don't worry.
Alright, end my turn at them.
Then Majinko's up next.
Is there anything left that's not in the next room?
Well, if nothing else, move him out of the flies.
Good idea. It was Buzz over there.
Okay. Brings us to Vorka, who is technically just outside the flies, which is okay.
Which is exactly why he stood there. Doop, 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 doop. So let us see about getting into the other room.
I love the fact you're standing right next to a door, but you know it's locked.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I tried to go down there before.
I know. It's just the craziness of it. It's like, I'm standing next to a door. I'm going to walk to that door.
Okay, so
Pesky
let us
locked
attack
doors.
zombie 4. We'll do a
Brains.
choppy chop.
I really love your dice.
The little hearts, the hearts are lovely, aren't they? They really are. I'm so glad.
Adorable.
As soon as I saw the advert for those, I was like, as soon as I saw the advert, it's like, I've got to send that straight now. I've got to post about the existence of it right now. It's a Decimar Drift zombie, I wonder.
Good question.
A bit of a strange one. It's dining zombies.
Well, they'll be from that party that we went to.
Yeah, I know, because you didn't actually get to hear them dine. Anyway, okay, that's a dead zombie, isn't it?
Yeah, I figured as much. So I'll just slide past him and come over here behind number 3 and be happy.
Okie dokie. And your turn. Flies are dissipating. There we go.
Certain
Yes,
of the
yes.
competence of my allies, I shall go to this door.
And you're going to do what you did before, aren't you? You're going to walk onto the next map and trigger everything all over again.
No, I'm not. I'm just going to pick the lock, which will clearly
Enough.
take more than a couple of combat rounds.
Action, isn't it? Yeah, I imagine it is.
It is actually, yeah.
Especially if you roll like that.
That's still a success.
Even though two of them.
You
worked.
unlock the
So I
one
don't
of the
think it
two
was.
doors.
Well, I'll probably unlock the other one next round then.
I'm joking. Logically, you unlock them both. I was just being a pedantic so-and-so.
And Argenia.
Can open
Well-
the doors, of course, if you want to. It's up to you.
No, Argenia's going to flap over and perch on my shoulder.
Okie dokie.
That zombie's entangled.
Drake.
The house drake. I'm grown a bit fond of him.
That's annoying. I was hoping it was a house Drake sound effect. But it isn't. Okay, the zombie is entangled still. So he will make a strength check. Fail to break free, therefore take 2d4 damage. As they continue to tighten upon him, shaking him. And zombie number 2 remains shaken, so he automatically takes some damage. 5 points of damage, which is not enough to hurt him. Brings us to Aki.
Okay.
The Yorkshire No.
I like it.
The Yorkshire Gnome, I like that. Could see a whole TV series about that.
Totally.
I might as well just kill this zombie then.
May as well, as you hear.
Oh, bollocks.
But not.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I knew when I said all bugger, I was going to...
Well, sorry, I was just reading something there. I was very confused. Well, obviously, I'm going to say, obviously, that's a non-magical dagger, isn't it?
It's a dagger of damaging, so...
Oh, a dagger of damaging. Okay, that's slightly different then. I won't break the dagger, and then you will basically just, as you're attempting to stab the zombie, you duck under it and basically fall prone on the ichor of the ichor, I should say, of the previously nobbled zombie, and you fall prone.
Ew.
Disgusting.
You smell.
Down you go.
Well, at least you didn't cut him loose.
Yeah, I think that's a little far-fetched, unfortunately. Thieves remain shaken. And it looks like it's a new round. Let's see what happens. Oh, Aki's up first. I assume you're going to stand up.
I'm going to stand up.
On your head bundle of things.
I'm going to go, let's try that again.
Let's try that again. That's a hit. Shamrock's kicking in. Look at the shamrocks kicking in.
It's not really Irish.
He's an Irish Yorkshireman now. No, rather. Irish Yorkshireman.
That's
Irish
why they
name, I
failed
meant.
for you last time.
Yeah,
Because you were
Couldn't they
speaking in a
fucking
Yorkshire
mind up?
accent with night Irish dice. They didn't like it.
indeed. Right.
Did Kev just drop out?
No.
Okay, I just heard it bloop and then you went quiet, so I thought you had.
Oh, yeah, that's because I stopped to see who was blooping. And Cease runs into a wall. Hang on, Cease can't move. Well, Cease can move, but Cease is obviously shaking and runs straight into a wall.
It's not shaking.
We'd hate to hear let the beddies flow. Yes, of course.
I thought there was a door there.
Well, it's rather in keeping with the shaker that Cease just shakes his head and goes bounding along and hits the door. Wall. The door's up. The door is up there.
These doors are obviously confusing. I'm not the only one struggling to find them.
It's the line of sight, isn't it? That's the issue. I think we're pretty okay on this one, so it'd be nice and just not going to. There we go.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it is the line of sight.
Just seems to be blocking the doors. You know why? Because I bet I know why as well. It's because they've done basically. Someone. It's because that the walls have been done for both sides of the walls instead of what I would do, which is a single line down the middle of the walls.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
What is?
Single line walls.
It's much more efficient and doesn't cause the problem where you can't see the doors.
Aye, putting double line walls and just creates a number. It just increases the number of vertices.
That's why single line's better.
Yeah.
That's why I use single lines.
Bad.
On a narrow wall like that, I would have just done a single line down the middle rather than 2 lines.
Aye, it looks much better with a single line.
Walker.
But it probably goes back to the fact these were done before the auto cutting was done. Ah, Vorka's up.
Okay, Vorka will. Sorry.
How did Seasun shake?
It was his turn, and he done that thing that they do with rolling a dice.
He's shake. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I misread it. He's shaken, removed. I thought it said fail. I'm completely missing what actually happened. Sorry.
You've forgotten how to read, haven't you?
Yes, the ability to read has popped straight out of my head. I read, Caesar successfully unshaken as Caesar's failed to unshake. Okay, Vorka, you're targeting zombie number 1. He's entangled.
I'm gonna target both of them eventually, but let's start with number 1.
Okay.
That was you didn't need that Benny Vorka because the first one was a hit.
So they should be vulnerable, shouldn't they?
Because it's entangled, it's vulnerable.
Yeah,
So that was a hit.
I agree.
Okay.
Cease maybe should have hit then as well then. So he rolled 4. Anyway, we'll let Walker kill him.
Oh, the joys of broken effects. Okay, zombie number 2 has been hit. And that's look at that. That's the end of the fight. Huzzah! Everything is...
Yay!
I heard Gastus say something about going through another door, so...
So, but before we do that, let's start the session. So let's reset the bennies, reset the adventure cards. There we go. The only one who suffered there was Vorka, who lost 3 bennies. Okie dokie. So...
I presume Smite and Vulnerable disappears off of everybody?
Actually, yeah, hang on. How many turns we got left? Actually, yeah, I'm going to actually keep token movement locked for that reason, because that way if you can keep them, if we keep moving in sort of in turns format, we can keep it going, which is fine. I need I did a new one. I do. I've forgotten how you do this. Up in a second. Yeah, I'm giving up. I will do it the manual way. I was trying to be clever. Okay, so Gastus, you're up.
Rastus is AFK. He will not be long.
Okay, well, it depends if he wants to open. I'm going to assume he's going to wait for everyone to get close. So, let's see. Vorka, is your pace? What's your pace, Vorka? 5. Both get to there. Layer. Your pace is. If your pace is 6, you'll get to there.
In fact, while we're waiting, coming back, permission to panic.
Sorry about that.
So yeah, permission to panic before you open the door. Vorka, so what's in the tanks? Or what was in the tanks?
Oh, you know
Well,
what was in the
demons.
tanks? You know what was in the tanks? I showed you the image of them, didn't I?
Yeah, I know, but they were in tanks and then the tanks broke. So what are we covered in? Is it infectious?
Green goo, probably. I'll take care of all of it later.
GM, I need a new adventure card, for I'm not allowed to bargain.
Ooh, cards.
Okie dokie. I'm going to say. Okay. Basically. Right. Gas just spent a round waiting, so we are on to Aki. Actually, I'm going to say at the end of your turn, Gastus, you don't move, but you open the door to see what you see. There is a corridor. It continues on past those 3 squares. Do you wish to advance down it as part of your turn?
I will do so, but I will look out for traps and shit, because there seem to have been several of these. I have a pace of 8, so I shall advance, keeping an eye out for traps.
I love the way. Hang on. Let me reread. Maybe I misread. I forgot something. I think I forgot
Healing
something.
1 wound off cease.
That's fine.
Do I explode?
No, it's not that at all. It's a long haul. Okay, yeah. So actually, it's a moot point. Things will time out by the time you get to the end of this corridor. So I'll just move everyone's effect. How many wounds on cease were healed?
I healed 1.
And Volker looks like. Okay, so cease is on 1 wound. No fatigue. Leia is on no wounds, and then the entire party can move to.
Yeah, Vorka rained hearts upon you.
Oh, thank you, Volker.
Right, there we go. This long. I see. There's a typo. That it doesn't make sense. The long hall opens into a circular chamber rising into a high dome. I also realise I've got some water effects I've missed out on, I think. 7 basins jut from the walls, ensconced within evenly spaced alcoves that circle the room. Each is filled to the brim with a unique liquid blood bowl milk or other unidentifiable fluid. Each fills the air with its own distinct reek, creating a noxious eye-watering bouquet. On the floor around each basin lie several small empty metal boxes carved with images of skulls. At the room's centre, rising from a wide pool of crystalline water, is a golden statue. It's a golden statue, both erotic and horrifying. The statue depicts a beautiful nude woman who is a human above the waist, but below this, the figure is nothing more than a skeleton. Right, so first things first, apparently I've got to let the beddies flow.
Somebody boned her real hard.
That's awful. That is truly awful. Okay.
And it looks like they did it in the lunchroom, because all that smells kind of nice.
Within this. Okay, okay, yeah. So, let's see who's in this room. Oh, it's a generate. It's a generate.
Don't forget to take away the ones for Sassafras not being here.
Okay. Right. So,
More blasted zombie. Oh. There were zombies. And there the zombies again.
okay.
Witness her light.
No. Shut up. That's not the one. I meant it. I did it wrong. Let's try again.
So, you have found your way to me, beautiful heroes. Know that you stand before the architect of your city's death. You call this sending blood veil, yet I know it as the gentle kiss of the pallid princess. Your reward shall be great. Choose of the 7 scourges to become one with the goddess. Those who drink, I shall only cripple, leaving you alive to enjoy her as she quickens inside your flesh. Those who abstain are fools, not fit to house the divine gift. You may prostrate yourself at my feet, and I shall make your end all the more swift for it. Swifter, in any event, than this delightful end your lovely queen has enjoined me to create.
I have a counter offer for you.
Mm-hmm.
Give up now, and we won't have to slaughter you. Don't give up, and we'll have to slaughter you. I don't have time to come up with something fancy and wordy, but that's essentially how it's going to be.
Sorry, I pressed the button too early there. There we go. Right, so I'm looking for. I was just trying to set something up, so I just did something and it's caused. There was a squeak there. Used. There we go. I need to go. Sorry, I just realised I'm missing something, so I do that. Thinking I need to tweak the count packs because it's making me realise what I need to do.
Where'd the zombies go?
The zombies vanished and Rolf Lamb appeared.
That's a bit worrying. I'll deal with the zombies vanishing, and that's a bug then. I found another bug. Yeah, I found a bug in the combat tracker. I'll report it later. So basically, if you have a bunch of NPCs in a group and then you split the group up, it deletes them from the map.
Mm.
It's a new one.
That's inconvenient.
Yes.
But your durations don't work.
No, that's because I broke it and you're not using. We're using. I've obviously.
Right.
Got a break.
Have to look at it later on.
No, I'll fix it now if you're going to be like that.
Look, there's another update.
No, it's not that. It's just if I load back in, I just need to move back into the vault. Oh yeah, there is another update. I'll check for updates. Oh, I've just run another update. Sorry. What I was looking for.
I don't know these bloody developers. What do you think they're doing?
Developing.
Trying to fix it. Well, they did try. Yeah, I mean, to be honest,
Yeah, developers. What have they ever done for us?
Clean water, judicial
Ooh.
system.
Fantasy Grounds itself's updating and decompressing.
Yeah.
Why is my fancy grounds not here?
Because basically I'm fed up with someone whinging. So I just...
What happened? Oh, you just kicked everyone of you?
I just kicked everyone.
Because he's been grumpy.
Someone keeps
When is
whinging
Kev
about.
ever grumpy?
I never
Someone,
whinged. I never whinged. I merely
someone keeps whinging about the effects, so I basically rolled
no.
back to
I merely
using
say, you said
the
you said
vault
there's a
copy,
bug.
which may or may not have the graphic fix done with it. So we're either going to have the effects working again and a graphic issue, or we had the graphic issue, and that was it.
Aye, so I merely said that I wasn't sure that you had the update date version to start with before you find the bugs.
Well, obviously, I have my test versions of the core rules. So what I've done is moved back to the vault version of the core rules, which should
But
fix the issue.
The grouping thing you mentioned is all new.
As the
we'll have
group,
to go and look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have
Anyway,
to look at that after the game.
we're back. We're back. I'll let you all connect. See what they fixed in this one. Epidemic. I forgot where we were in the pestilence. Countering the hall of pestilence. No. So where was he's meant to be somewhere else, but because you set the alarm off, he moves to that room. So that is. Where was he meant to be? He was meant to be. He's meant to be in the. Yes, he should have been in the operating room. There we go. What I wanted. I just need to keep that open in the background. And now I can add the NPCs back to the map. There should only be 9. 10. I still wish you could lock the combat tracker in place. The amount of times I just miss a token and drag the whole combat tracker halfway across the room. But anyway, I noticed someone's put that in their request thingy.
Yeah, see, I spent way too much time moving the combat tracker around my window, so I don't think it would help me that much.
Well, no, but the point is, if you can lock it like you can the others, that would be good. Sacred Rumor says the GM is being stingy with the bennies. Get them flowing. The GM should take one as well. Okay, well, the GM takes one and then he shares them out. Thank you very much.
Ow.
Getting me all riled up makes me want to go back to the killer days. Still don't
I forgot how echoey he is. After all that, I'm not going to bother. Oh, there was me trying to be all clever and adding rule taunting, but I forgot he's so echoey you can't understand a word he says. Okay, so
Witness her might and bow to her power.
yeah. That's- Everyone in? Yes, everyone is in. So, okay, so. Let's see what happens initiative wise. So we put the initiative tracker down to 0. We'll do a new round. We'll have everyone deal in. The bad guys get the Joker. And unfortunately for you lot, the big bad's got the Ace of Spades. Let the bennies continue to flow, says
How many
bewildered
aces
judges.
did you just get?
3 aces, 3
3
kings.
aces, 3 kings, 2
And the
queens, 2 jacks. There's no 10s, otherwise we'd have had a royal straight.
And another one for the GM. Thank you. Oh, I've got so many bennies for this final fight. Oh, actually, I do need to lose one, don't I? I do need to lose one because of the I will have the number of bennies that's in the party sheet, not the number of bennies that of players that are currently here. Righty ho. So, well, I think the sensible thing to do would be very, very evil. I think that's a very sensible thing to do, first of all. So, I'm going to see, is it a single top? It is an area of effect, that's fine. Range would be 6. So it'll have to be double range. So that is plus 1 power points. That's 3 power points. Area of effect, I think I can get away with a medium burst template. So that would only be, yeah, medium burst template's fine. So that will be 3 power points, 4 power points, 5 power points.
This is where you really need somebody to play villainous verbosity or something like that, don't you?
Well, Kev has already ruled it doesn't make them lose their turn, it just makes them lose 1 action.
So
Which is fair.
Does blind consider an attack?
It is.
Oh yeah, it is.
Cast
Yep.
the spell.
She basically casts blind upon all of you.
And gets a headache.
Critical failure. He did ask if it was an attack.
He did. He bloody well did. So critical fail means it costs 1 power point.
Yes.
Oh, you know, it was either that or I get the one where I got a Joker, which is my
Genius. Well done. Well done.
I hate you. I hate you all.
Yeah, I know, you're always trying to kill me for no reason, attacking me with zombies that appear out of nowhere.
Oh, that was awesome. I just got a blind with a raise on the entire party, you scum suckers.
No, I just looked at my adventure cards for a second thinking, oh no, they've got Jokers.
I was looking at mine going, oh, please, you know what I mean? Please have something.
Well, the thing is, in this case, villainous verbosity would have at least knocked it out of a raise. So, even villainous verbosity would have been a help here.
It wouldn't have been so. I admit, from a pure pee off the GM one, I think that one's even better. Okay.
Can I get a bench
No. I hate adventure cards. I really do. I'm not a fan of them at all. But that's just because I'm a meaty. Yeah. Okay, and that's fine. That would have done that. So then this round, put it down to a 4 because he cast that after he appeared here. I think he's going to do that. Getting a success, which is okay, and that will cost another 3 power points. That will be that. It's fine. So Rolf basically deflection, bringing us to Thaddeus. I'm going to say those doors were lead lined. That's why you couldn't detect the zombies in this room.
Oh yeah, but whatever.
Actually, it's an action. You've got to search. You've got to check for it. The last time you actively said you were taking a free action to do it.
Make up some mumble jumble.
No. If you remember, I did the area of effect for the dungeon. You didn't reach this room, so therefore.
I teleported into it, so I'm sure I detected evil when we walked along the corridor.
No, there's a long corridor. You've got to bear in mind the last map had a 2 square wide corridor. This map has a 3 square wide. It says it's a long hall that increases in diameter. So there's an undisclosed length of distance which just happens to be 1 inch longer than your detection range.
Ah, beardy. Wouldn't make any difference. I mean,
I know.
They would still be sitting waiting.
I know. I'm only joking. Just having fun.
So, I mean, can we be really pedantic about this and go? Just for the sake of saving power points. could get them all with a medium burst template, couldn't we?
Witness her might and
Sorry. And then you gave her a headbeat. I think I'm going to volume down that. There we go. Gee, is it Kenku that's giving it? Yeah, actually, it might be. So, you know, leave that alone. And then all I have to do is do it inside here, don't I? That's what I need to do. It's the volume of Kenku bot, which I can do with my volume mixer. There we go, that should make things a little less distorted. Thaddeus is spending a penny to regain power points. What do you do
Right,
after
so-
that?
So as an action and then followed by a free action, we are going to cast stun on the leading zombies,
Okie dokie.
so they don't get bogged down in this corridor. Okay, so the zombies roll vigor at -2.
Indeed they do. F5 gives me a -2, and then I can do that to turn it all on, and then do vigor. Stunned. I can do -2 with an F5 and do a vigor. I prefer the inner sanctum sound effects to her making fighting noises when she's not fighting, so there we go. That's another stunned. And then we have a -2 vigor. So I get far enough down the combat tracker. There we go. It's another stunned. And then we have another vigor at -2. Which gets us another stunned. I think that's your lot. Oh no, there's one more. That's another stunned.
So target. I'm going to use Evil Eye on Anastasia. This is a bit of a long shot. I don't think this is going to work the slightest. And what we're going to do is lower trait. Oh, that was nearly a raise as well. Okay, cast with a raise.
You need to make a spirit roll at minus. You need to make. Oh, sorry. You need to make a spirit check, please.
Oh, she's got Sanctuary on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still Sanctuary.
Hang on. Sorry. -2. Yeah, spirit roll at -2 if cast with raise. So that means there's a bug in spirit in Sanctuary. It should be. Yeah. Should be. Just deliberately didn't show it because until you do it, you wouldn't know it was there. So yeah, you need to make a spirit check, or you lose the action of casting your boost lower trait on her.
Yes. So is it -2? Aye.
It's not at -2. It's at -2 if she got a raise. She didn't get a raise on the spell casting.
Right. Okay. So just make.
Although she wasn't fatigued when she cast it, I just deliberately didn't roll it until after the fight started. So yeah, you're fine. You successfully succeed. So therefore, your spell does work, and that's a boost lower trait. What you
Well, what I was
lowering.
trying to do was, I take it she was a spellcaster, so I was going to make her spellcasting -2 dice for the next round.
You want to reduce her spell casting?
Aye, I trait.
She's a cleric.
She's a cleric.
I was. That's why I was giving you the chart. I wasn't actually going to spell it out, but I just thought I wanted to clarify so no one accused me
Well,
of
that's
being
what I'm saying.
totally
Is she a
evil.
spellcaster or is she a cleric?
She's the high priestess of Ergothoa.
Right,
were
okay,
told
but
this
it's
by the
obviously
vampire
faith
guy.
then, isn't it? It's obviously going to be faith then, isn't it?
Yes, but you
Faith
don't
minus
necessarily know
2.
that. That's the whole point. I know. I was
Well,
being
that's it. No, but
pedantic.
she could be multi-classed. I don't know.
I know. I agree. I agree. It would be faith. It'll be faith. I wouldn't be that mean to let you down. You want to try and nobble her ability to cast miracles. So yep, that's faith minus 2. Go apply it on her.
I mean,
It
it
never
must
works.
the sanctuary kind of gave it away anyway, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, really. Be
so
honest,
yeah,
I
That is
wouldn't.
a
I
I,
just want
mighty
to
big scythe she's got.
I
It
just
is,
want
uh,
to get the zombies out of the way so we can run into the room, and I don't want her to do an area attack when we're in this funnel tier in this wee corridor. So that's me.
you didn't actually put the bloody lower trait on her. I don't know. With myself. Didn't get the raise, so it's only 1 die. Over to
Yeah, I know.
zombie.
I was rushing because I thought that was going to be a dead easy bit, but I didn't expect her to do a sanctuary counter.
Yeah,
I thought you
no,
were
I'm sorry.
Scottish.
I was,
rushing.
as I say, I deliberately didn't, because I deliberately didn't put it on the combat tracker because you weren't supposed to know about it. So it was one of those. She's cast it. When someone does something, then I'll do the roll.
Yes, I totally agree. It
treat it,
did generate an appropriate squeaky bum moment.
The logic being is treat it like rippers, isn't it? It's happened, but you don't know how well it happened until you actually roll for it. Oh, the snap to grid's on. Let's turn that off. There we go. Let's got rid of snap to grid. That brings us to Vorka.
Okay, so do, do. Orca is going to step to here. Step to where? Well, let's step there. That looks good. And then he's going to start singing. I turned into a burning ring of fire. I may be short, but my flames reach higher. And you'll burn, burn, burn in my ring of fire.
I just need to work out what the timestamp is for when I need to mute it later. 1 hour 28 minutes.
But it's a parody. I just... you know what? I should have done this first. So let's do that. And then we'll do that. Arg, still looking at the raise. Okay. So I burst into fire. And that will be my turn. So I think all 4 of them will now take 2d6 damage.
The end of their turn, if it's a damage field.
End of my turn, because I'm the target.
Self-immolation. Has it got that
At
far?
the end of the affected creature's turn, which would be me, all adjacent beings automatically take 2d6 damage.
Apologise. Don't you
extreme
story
move.
around the recipient that harms those foolish enough to get too close at the end of the affected character's turn, so it is at the end of their turn. You've cast it, but it's then anyone who comes into the field is the affected character.
Okay.
I'm afraid. I know it's a weird one in that regard. I know the logic. It's an interesting one. The point is, it's to stop you just moving around. It's to stop you just moving around the map, burning people as you walk. If that makes sense.
Well, but that's why it's at the end of the turn. It specifically triggers at the end of the turn.
Yeah, I know.
I
But
don't
it's,
just walk around and burn everybody. It's just everybody who's next to me whenever I stop. So, okay.
no, it's an
That sounds
interesting
like
one.
an FAQ.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
At the end of the affected, sorry, I apologise. All adjacent beings, including allies, automatically take. I'm being an idiot.
It has.
It does
I
indeed.
spent too much time casting it off by itself as my other character.
Yes.
And that one I can see would be,
Yeah.
they take damage.
I agree. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's I up the damage. It should be 2d6.
The 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 13 points of damage. Oh, I don't know if that works. That's why I targeted them. It made my life easier if I actually took. I thought I did your turn. So that. Oh, for flip's sake. Okay. Clear targets. I don't know what happened there. You're targeting that one. You're targeting that one. You're targeting that one, and you're targeting that one. Right. That's. Now all I do is I go down the list and I do 4 points of damage to that one, unharmed. Then I come down to this one and do 13 points of damage, which kills it. And I come down to this one, which takes 13 points of damage, kills it. I'm not willing to that's for sure. And then zombie number 1 hasn't. What's the one that I did it the wrong way around, but that doesn't matter. And then this zombie here takes 10 points of damage. Zombie number 6 shakes him. So there you go. And then we'll clear targets.
And
Now
that
you
is
finish it.
Morgan's turn.
Very nicely done.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what I must admit. I did see someone requesting animated spell effects. It would be really cool to be able to drop an animated Ring of Fire on Vorka right now, wouldn't it? Because if nothing else, it won't let me forget it's there. Which you did actually. What you should have done was, of course, on your turn, you should have. Well, you had yourself targeted.
Yeah.
You should have put it on yourself. So there we go. We'll put it on now.
Yeah.
Okay, down to Aki.
Yes. So.
If you put
something
the colour
slightly
light
different
on,
this time.
and a quick coloured light, it would stay with him as he moves.
Yeah, but it's not as cool. Anyway, I could put a flickery light around it, but I haven't got lighting or anything on this map, I don't think. If I do lights, oh, there's lighting. There you go. Is everyone able to see if the lighting's on? Has it gone black for anyone?
No, it's black for me because
It's sort of green with the glowy bit.
That's why I was asking, because this room's meant to be illuminated by stuff, so I'll have to work out the lighting later.
Yeah, have you noticed that in the dark I see green, and if there's blood, it fluoresces? That's just not screen. That's not
entangle
enough.
them with fatigue.
I wish fatigue was an effectable effect. It would be so much easier. You know what I mean?
An effectful effect.
Yes. You know what I mean? An effect. If you clicked on it, added a point of fatigue to the target, it would be so much. That would be very
You
nice.
sure that's not an affectation?
Yes.
Doesn't the word fatigue give them 1 point of fatigue?
Affecting effect.
Is that affected effect?
So anyway, they've got to entangle them with fatigue.
Bloody English language.
Area of effect. So it's a large. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's damaging fatigue. Yeah, 9 power points.
I'm going to click this.
I'm going to get a raise.
Bloodberry is no mere disease. It is my
Cut out halfway through because your spell. Right, miss doesn't matter. I'm not sure why. Okay, so. And you've hit them all, so you just entangled them all. Go for it. Hurrah! The entangle's fixed. Happens when you just go back to the. See, whenever I make any changes, I always break my version and leave the real version alone until. Okay. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done. Oh, I found a new adventure. I'll probably have to buy the PDF, but I did find an adventure. It's set 10 years after this adventure path ends. So I figured it might be quite fun. I'll have to probably upscale it. It might be quite fun to come back to these characters in 10 years' time. So if you survive to the end of the adventure, just have to think about what you do in the intervening 10 years, and I'll start converting a Pathfinder 2 adventure to Savage Pathfinder.
They've also got fatigue now.
Oh, it did work. How did you do that?
I dragged it from the effects onto them. Yeah.
No, it doesn't work. It's an effect, but it's not real fatigue. So yes, that's how I cheated. Yeah. I cheated, but it's not the same as actually putting it in the fatigue box is what I meant to say.
All right, yeah. Well, we have to get on to fixing that at some point.
But there's no way to do it that I'm aware of, is what I'm saying.
Cease is going to...
Agrees.
Cease is going to do that zombie there.
What, the stunned, entangled, prone zombie?
Yeah, he's only a little cat. He goes for the easy target.
We worked out he's a big cat, didn't we? he's a size. He's a size 0 cat, so he's a big cat.
Little compared to me.
Little compared to you, but
You're size 0 as well.
Okay, fine.
If you both went up,
-1.
no, I think there was because one of the things you can do is increase the size, isn't it?
But I thought big cats were actually size -1, as in panthers and stuff.
Yeah, no, but then certain people can then use the abilities to increase size, can't they? Yeah, you can advance them.
Yes, if you take Beastmaster again, you can give them an advance.
Okay, it looks like that zombie's going down. That's one less zombie in the world. I mean, I'm really intrigued. All you had to do was drink at one of those 7 things, and interesting things could have happened. But no, you decided to fight it. But that's Gastus for you, isn't it? Silly rogue. Silly roguey wants to become something elsey, chappy.
So Gastus is going to say, Vorka, shield, alley-oop, and just start moving. In the hopes that Vorka will get his shield in place.
Provide a springboard for you?
Basically, yeah.
You're gonna squash him.
You're gonna squash him. You're gonna squash him. Anyways.
And then I want to springboard off Vorka's shield and barrel into her doing a push.
You will need to make a very good athletics roll.
And the spirit check.
Can Vorka make an athletics roll to assist?
Have you acted this turn? Yes. No. You're just bracing. You can make a strength check to see if you brace your shield correctly. I'll be mean.
Why will I need to make a spirit roll? Because Sanctuary protects against damaging attacks.
You're
In the same
making
way
an
as-
offensive action against her. It's a damaging attack.
Is it?
Pushing a 10 feet
Okay,
down.
hang on, Kev. But you said you'd cast Sanctuary when she didn't have fatigue, yes?
Yes.
And she got the fatigue from doing what?
This cast. Oh, yeah.
Now,
Yes.
I let that slide because blind isn't a damaging attack. But if anything like that is an attack, then she didn't have Sanctuary in the first place. So, because she ended it when she cast blind, so I don't need the spirit roll either way. And then the GM vanished in a puff of logic.
It does say attempting a damage. Yeah, okay, go for it.
So
I'll say damaging. Yeah, my argument is pushing someone so they fall 10 feet is attempting to cause damage, but it's not
she'll land
technically
in
a
water.
damage
It's
attack.
soft landing.
Attempting to cause embarrassment.
Yeah. So there's my athletics roll.
I need Volker. Volker needs to make a strength check.
To make sure poor Vorka doesn't get scooshed.
Well, it's just that basically you're able to brace the shield. Yeah. Okay, your net result is you didn't get a raise, but you did run up. No, I'm talking about you. So you can do an average height of 1 inch, isn't it? 1 inch vertically. A success gives you an extra inch, doesn't it? A raise gives you an extra inch, so you're okay. You didn't need the raise, is what I'm trying to say.
Yep. And then I'll do the push.
Be strength checks.
Have you got an equipped shield? How far did you move?
I don't have an equipped shield.
Gassus doesn't use shields.
But I moved 9 inches, which gives me a +2.
Oh, bother.
You know what? I think I'll Benny that. I think I'll Benny that again. I'll stick with a 7.
Oh, I thought I turned it back on a post because it's fixed, isn't it?
I did drop the first one on her.
No. It's not that. It's not that at all. It's just the fact that you know what? It's time, isn't it?
She's spending conviction.
You'll spend conviction.
Okay, so rather than be pushing her off, we end in some kind of clinching embrace.
Need some sort of tussle. So yeah, I'll spend her evil conviction, and yeah, she won't get knocked to the ground. That's absolutely fine.
In which case, I will land there sort of on tiptoes and grab her inappropriately, say, "Madam, may I have this dance?"
I'll have to give you a Betty for that. I do like that. It's rather in keeping with your character. Right, Argenia, once you end your turn. Yes, which you just did. Sorry, shutting up.
Argenia is there, so she's underneath that.
Yeah, it's a bunch of zombies. It's not exactly a scary attack.
So Argenia will fly over and just start fluttering around her ladyship's head. Probably to little or no effect, but we'll give it a go nonetheless.
Yeah, but Chilhelm fixed the fast test, didn't he? I should have turned it back on again. That's okay. So, a genie got a 6. Are you happy with a 6? Well, a genie hasn't got any bennies. So
yeah. Like I say, probably a little or no effect, but we'll make the attempt nonetheless.
I was planning to save a conviction for when I really needed it, but oh well. Zombie number 8 remains stunned and will take 2d4 damage. Okay. That brings us to zombie number 5. I mean, I think our genie is small enough to be okay, but you know.
Yep.
Zombie number 3. Get to there. Yes, they can. Zombie number 1 remains shaken, therefore will take 2d4 points of damage because it's entangled. Possibly be shaken as well now. Yes, I thought so. That brings us to Leia.
Okay. Let's do some zombie killing.
Do some zombie killing indeed.
I'm going to run and jump straight over Vorka and pounce onto whatever zombie that one is, I can't see because my print on that's too small. But count on a zombie.
He's just hover
Pounce
over
on
it,
that
yeah.
zombie.
He's well.
Did you want-
This
You
zombie.
do not want to end your move there.
Okay.
Walker's on fire.
No,
Alright.
she can end her move there. Vorka just needs to move before he ends his turn.
I can end my move
Mm.
there. It's just the same as far as jumping on zombies is
No,
concerned. Do you want an
you're
athletics
absolutely
roll for
fine.
the-
You're absolutely fine. From a. Actually, yeah, you can pounce and then move after the pounce. I agree. Yes.
Do you want an athletics roll for the jumping over Vorka as part of the pouncer or not?
No. I mean, he's already. We would not as such because he's not going to.
Yeah, I've already got my shield braced, so I mean,
Yeah,
it's not that
exactly.
big
He's
deal.
already crouched down and he's already crouched down to let Gastus over. So I'm not going to make you make a roll for that. No. You can just
Okay,
bound
cool.
over him as part of your movement.
Do
That's
you know
fine.
there's a Leonard McCoy joke in here somewhere? I'm a cleric, not a doorstop.
Springboard.
Yeah, springboard.
I like the way you both said that at exactly the same time. So to make life easier, I'm just going to give everyone a penny. It's much easier.
Hey!
Anyone think we're married or something?
That. Now the zombie is expired.
Yay.
Brings us to Argenia. Why is Argenia shaken?
Do you mean Majenko?
Jenko, yes, that's what I meant.
I don't know why Majenko would be shaken.
And what's even more interesting is
He
Majenko
got
remained
shaken
shaken
last
and it
round.
removed the shaken icon anyway. So I found 2 bugs today.
It's very confusing. So, can I use him or is he shaken?
I don't think I attacked him, so I'm not sure why he's shaken.
Neither am I, so he's just going to see if he can go and finish off that zombie that's down, because, nice easy target.
And don't forget, it's not a bug until you say something on the forum or post it.
No.
Oh, is that the rule?
This interesting is the shaken was showing up on his token, but not on the combat tracker, so it's even more interesting. I'll have to test it. I'll have to create a combat tracker with loads of people shaken and see what happens. That's a hit with a race. That's an awful lot of dice exploding out there behind my head.
Oh, she's really mad.
But Jenko's rather upset.
I think that Majenko's trying to turn that zombie into pulled pork.
Okie dokie. Combat round 2 begins with, as it stands at the moment, Aki. But let's see what.
1 second. There we go. Last stand in play.
Your hero and all allies within 5 inches. Oh, I wish we had the nice code for auras. So aura effects would work. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
I just wish we had, never mind effects, I wish we just had auras.
Well, you
That
can buy
extension
auras.
that does it, but,
You pay 1,000 gold to get the aura extension. It just doesn't do
Is
the
that in
effects
real
bit of
money?
it.
I don't know, I can
Yeah.
get it for free anyway, but... So,
I like free. Free's a great price.
okay, so what am I? Another spell.
Like someone desperately manipulating the size of it just to maximise the 5.
Thank you.
There's Rolf. There's Rolf on the combat. Oh, yeah. Let's deal with that, shall we?
Bada bing, bada bing, bada bing.
Isn't helping much.
Yeah.
Try again.
So that's
Oh, for flip's sake.
5.
I'm not wasting any more bennies.
Six, 7,
You can't target layer where you are.
Well, I can move if I have to, but
Oh yeah, that's the point I'm trying to make. Layer is completely obscured. I mean, yeah, I know there's nothing stopping you moving. It was just a practical thing. You know what I mean?
That's right, I know. Yeah. So, I'm going to give him smite with some extra bonus. Terrible shit roll, but yeah.
Work. It works. Mightage.
That. And that.
Ooh, smite with AP. Interesting.
Layer's claws can now tear holes through castle walls with AP8.
Horrifying.
I just got to watch out if I ever need to scratch my nose.
Indeed. Right, what's Cease up to? Cease was disruptor. Rolf stabs Cease as he bounds up to him.
That's first strike.
Cease is not vulnerable. Sneak
Peace is vulnerable because he's doing a pounce attack.
Oh, he is, isn't he? $18 points of damage.
No points of damage.
1 point of damage.
Because the extra 4 was added after the 2 wounds because it was an actual sneak attack. So
It was a sneak attack, so it's 18 points of damage, so you soak 2 of the 3 wounds. Unless you want to try again. Oh, go for it. Yeah, go on. I can retroactively count. Okay, so net result is... That's so Cease basically runs up, gets stabbed, takes 2 wounds and is shaken, and therefore can't attack without spending a penny. Not that it matters because he missed anyway. Zombie 6 remains stunned and therefore takes 2d4 damage. Is Zombie 6. It's Zombie 6. Zombie 8 remains stunned and therefore takes 2d damage. Dice didn't help us. It doesn't work if you press the number 3 as opposed to the function key. And that brings us to Polka.
Okay, Vorka is on fire.
Burn, Goblin, burn, Vorka Inferno.
Your conviction's about to expire, Volker.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
You going to let it expire, or are you going to spend a penny?
No, I'll let it expire.
Okay, that's fine. I was just testing something, so that's okay. I'll manually delete
You
it.
want me to Benny it?
No,
I
no.
can do that if you want me to.
No,
I
no.
got plenty of Benny, so.
No, you don't. You don't need to. I was curious because there's a plus button, and then there's the old tick. So I was curious if I was supposed to click on the old tick or the plus button. I think the answer is you can use either. Don't worry about it. I always.
Okay.
Well, you've still got it till the end of your turn, so you're fine.
Right. So let's chop zombie number 4 with my sword.
Okie dokie.
What's my sword?
If you kill it, you can then just go. You kill it, you can then just go stand there.
He's a worshipper of desire. He's a walking goblin pyre. Burn, baby.
The dedicated.
Burn, Goblin
Yep, and that's what I'm going to do. Step back over here next to these two and go, you look like you're cold.
And then you move over to these two, and then, so this goblin here takes 2d6 points of damage, which it didn't actually. Let's try that. What's going on? Why have my function keys stopped working? Oh, because it's the wrong function key. I've just put -22 in the modifier box trying to work out what was going on. I'm afraid they're obviously a bit soggy, those two zombies.
Heavy sigh.
Brings us to Thaddeus.
Thaddeus will move to there. Let's muddy the water.
Just remember, guys, if you're inside the red circle, you've got +2 parry, +2 toughness if I do nasty things to you.
Right, we'll do spend a power point for. Sorry, spend a Benny for power points. We'll cast summon bodyguards. 2 of. Put them either side of Roth Lamb to help cease it.
The range of what's the range of summon? Ally?
It might be. Tell
You could. There might be a bonus. You might have to spend another couple of power points. That's all I'm asking.
No, you don't. I mean, 6 will get them. Two of them sit adjacent to Roth Lamb.
Yeah, well, yep. That's fine. I'm not just asking. It's not.
Won't get them either side though.
Get one. You can get one there, and you can get one there.
Right,
I used Devil 1 and Devil 2.
Right.
So you know.
okay.
It's interesting, actually. It's interesting to note one of the most popular requests. I mean, it's all changed since I looked last week, but one of the requests that was trending a lot was, "Can we please have full control of NPCs on the combat track?" I'm thinking, for years.
I know. They always do that,
It's,
don't they?
it's 5e. Can we please have full control? It's like, yeah, we've had it for years.
Okay, well, they're both going to hit.
Okay.
So the first one does 11 points of damage. Do you want to soak
Apparently,
that?
it would. Oh, wait, see what you do with the second one.
All right. Oh, you're going to be very meta. I just do it.
It's perfectly within the rules. It's, as players are entitled to do as well. You take all the damage and then decide how to deal with it.
It's 2 different. I've rolled hit, because it's just I'm rushing to get through this.
It's okay. Righty ho. So he will spend one of his pennies. Rothlam will spend one of his pennies.
It's just to get you off ceasing and make you waste pennies.
Make me waste more than 1 penny by the look of things. Oh, what the? Bottoms. Okay, he takes a wound. Simple as that. Okay, are we on to... We're on to the bad person.
Yeah, so make a spirit check straight away.
What for?
Because she's going to see whether or not her lower trait is shaken off.
That happens at the end of her turn.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking, but anyway.
Righty-hoo, righty-hoo, right, okay.
I was thinking that, but I wasn't going to say anything. Okay, so...
Right.
I see myself as a player advocate rather than a rules lawyer. Other people may disagree.
Okay. First
I see
action.
you as a rules savant.
She fails to heal.
I see you as a very naughty boy.
She fails to heal Rothel. She fails to heal Rothlam. And she flies off. And then she makes a spirit check to get rid of lower trait. And then she spends a Benny to maintain conviction. No, that is not what I was trying to do. She was meant to spend a Benny, not gain a Benny.
Has C's got conviction?
No,
Why not?
not a wild card. 1 and 2. It's villainous conviction and player conviction, isn't it?
He's
You got-
still wild card.
Is he? Yeah, he still doesn't get conviction points, I'm afraid. Point taken. He is a wild
Well,
card.
that's most disappointing, Gastus says as she departs.
She follows through.
No, she's departed.
She died.
So I just, before you do anything, Gassis, I just need to move back to her. So of course I've got to put the fly on.
Did she just go flying off?
She did. I asked her to dance and she flew off.
Did you get a free attack?
He didn't. He hadn't actually engaged her in combat. He'd done a
No, I haven't.
non-damaging attack. He'd done a non-damaging action.
Indeed. No, I agree completely.
Stop fondling her attacker then!
But she's so pretty. How can I hit her when she's all the way up there? Never mind. I'll deal with this one. And Gastus somersaults down to land on the edge of the thing and then flips over Rolf's head because that would look cool.
Oh, for improved first strike.
Yeah, but I knew he didn't have it. I was sure he didn't. So there's my fancy flick-flacky roll to get down there.
Okay.
And I will wallop him one. Is what's he armed with?
Lots and lots and lots of knives.
But he's only got one out, yes?
I don't know, actually.
Well, you're the GM. You tell me.
I think he only uses one at a time, yes.
Okay. And then. Also a hit.
How many tools can that guy possibly need? He must rattle.
3 wounds in total, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he soaks one of them.
I know what we need to do. Attack him with a giant magnet.
Soaks that one. Taken 2 wounds. So, Genie, you're up to.
I'll finish my move.
springing back off the wall to go over there because after the flip over his head, I spring back off the wall.
Into the last stand zone. I like it.
That was the idea. Our genius seems to be attacked, poor thing. So
Indeed.
she's gonna have to do something about that. And this zombie is quite big compared to her. So
To annoy the players at this point. Ooh, you better roll. You better roll a d6.
I bet I had. Oh, she didn't critically fail. She just
didn't
flapped
critically
around
fail.
a bit.
Indeed. Okay, that brings us to roll flat. Let's try that again, shall we? He disappears.
Didn't he teleported out before?
He did, yes.
If you ever reduce him to 1 wound, he teleports out of combat.
Yeah.
It's annoying that way. Yeah.
But he didn't go far though, did he? The last time.
Last time, no, but this time, after you've beaten him up a second time, he's you don't know where he's gone. The point is, the last time he teleported to the woman, but the thing is, you survived everything and stabbed him. He's possibly on the run, but that just means I have a recurring bad guy for the rest of the campaign until you kill him. That gets us to zombie number 5, who is not stunned. Will get. Genie's got a +2 parry, which I could replicate by doing a -2 on the attack roll, couldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah,
And minus.
that's 2 on the damage roll if I hit. The odds are I won't because they're so small, but that's not the point. Okay, new round, I believe. We have zombie number 8 going fur. But I want to see where is Andathian. She's way down there. I'm going to spend a penny to get an even slower card. What's the time? It's 9:30. I'll spend one of her pennies in an attempt to get a card. That looks better. What did I get? Oh, good. I got the King of Spades. I'm happy with the King of Spades. Right, zombie number 8 is stunned. Stunned status removed, but remains vulnerable, which means he can attempt to break free of the entanglement.
He needs to break free from these vines.
And fails to do so, but the vines. He fails to break free of the vines. The vines do not hurt him. Right. Okay. I think at this point, large would do it. Yeah, large will do it. Okay. That's a successful casting of blind with a raise. That cost me 2 power points, 5 power points. Didn't have to do the range this time. 6 power points. Got the raise. So
Hang on a second. I want to interrupt her.
You can't. You've already played an adventure card.
yeah, you can't play any more adventure cards.
Booger.
Aye, but you can give it to somebody else and they can play it for you.
Yes. Who am I going to give it to? Who hasn't played an adventure?
Give it to me because I've got 2 plays, so I'll give you that card.
Yes, it's Lucius.
And I will seize the day and act as if I'm on a Joker.
Okay, unfortunately, I got the effects in before I played the card. But yes, you do get to play as if you had the Joker. Okie dokie. So, she did actually blind her own zombies. She didn't pay for the extra point for to be selective.
I'm not sure how much zombies can really see anyway.
Yeah, actually, It should have been -4 actually, so I need to change that to a -4. Right, no, let's try that. So it's a -4. Vigor -2 to shake off because she did a strong one. Okay, so Leia is blind. Jenko is blind. Obviously not blind, but blinded. We should say, really, shouldn't we? I might update the phrasing of that to make it blinded rather than blind. Blind has, there's a subtle difference in the, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Aye, but the actual blind effect doesn't mean you don't see.
I know, exactly. That's why I would say it's more like blinded or yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, so let's clear that off, which is absolutely fine. Now, obviously, you're now playing as if you have the Joker. If
Yes,
I
but
go
I'm
and
not going to interrupt her action.
didn't mean to do
She
that.
didn't
I meant to press.
She didn't multi-action, so she can't do anything else. So I'll wait till her turn has ended before I do anything.
Fine. I'm going to go and do that. That's fine. She flies.
Mm-hmm.
So she literally just buggers off. What, you know what I mean? Down the corridor.
Yeah, you. So what were you going to do?
Right,
But that's quite fast though. 24 into it.
Mm.
Forget what that is in real money.
there we go. That's what I wanted to do. So if I delete that, I can then extend that down the corridor. We might not have any pretty graphics, but you know what I mean. You can see, at least you can see then, can't you, down the corridor as a party. I hope. Preview player mode. Yeah, see, you can see it now.
You can see her, but yeah, there's no corridor there to see.
Yeah, exactly. I'll
Yeah, is this what you say? You've got another villain's going to get away and have a recurring villain?
Oh no! It's just if she can move that fast, she will fly out, and then I'm going to be able to get. She's an intelligent bad guy. She's got speed and mobility. She's going to use it, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
So she will use the fact she's travelling fast to bug off, and then bug back. Sorry, I was
Bog
just
back is a phrase I never thought I'd hear.
It's not as evil as I've been.
So does she end her turn then?
Sorry, hang on. I was just trying to be helpful and. How's that?
Yeah, so if I've had a character in Supers that moves at Mach 1 and they're not on the map. They're like, the players are like, well, they're not on the map, but I put it on and took it off. You didn't see it. Did you miss it? Did you blinking miss it? Yeah.
Right, okay, I will go now. Well, that sucked, didn't it? That means I can only get to there.
It keeps you in the +2 toughness zone.
It does.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Joker's been played at the ends.
No, it hasn't.
Act as if you're on a Joker, not actually having been played.
I'm going to be evil and say it counts.
Don't get the other stuff.
Why
Well,
does
in that case, if that counts as a Joker being drawn, we should all get bennies for that.
Absolutely, you can't have it both ways.
Yes, I agree. I agree. You
I
can't
would
have
say
it both
no,
ways.
no, it doesn't. There.
No, I wasn't really going to stick to it. Don't worry. I just like messing with your mind sometimes. Okay, Leia, you
Right,
can't see
hang on.
anything at the moment.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, I apologise. It's because you're up the top and you had. I thought you'd ended your turn because we moved on to Leia.
No, because I'm now gonna fling. And this corridor's +4 height all the way along, is it?
I'll give you the point. Yeah, she probably has to drop down to +2.
Okay,
Corridor.
just wanted to check.
No,
So
no, no.
I'm
It's a
then
fair,
gonna-
valid point. I'll give you that.
And I think I am just in range. So I am going to fling that at her. Which will probably miss.
Oh, maybe not.
Out of, oh, of course, because the height. Damn it.
It's a good attempt.
Oh well. It was a good attempt. It would have hit had I not had I counted the height or rolled more than a 1 on my running die. Never
Indeed.
mind. Right, then it will be Leia's go.
But it will be later go, so
If it's out of
I will
range,
make
it's
it.
-8 or something.
That's true. Extreme range does apply.
Okay, so with an extra
One,
-4, that would still
two,
be a hit.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is a hit at extreme range. Well done. Well done. You were quite
Luckily, I
correct.
remembered that rule. You know where I remember that from when Daddy-O was playing that one game he played in and he shot someone at -8.
Yeah, no, you're quite correct. Extreme range does.
Now I will need
Hang on,
to.
does extreme range count on thrown weapons, or is it only on? I'm not sure if it counts on thrown weapons because
I
there's a
think you
physical
have to-
limit.
No, you have to aim to be able to use extreme range, which I didn't.
And of course, that template's going to move with me.
It will do. Okay, let's move it to Leia. Tell you what. Instead, I'll just give you one of those. How's that?
Thank you. But I did pass my spirit roll, so I can attack through Sanctuary now.
It's not. It's an interesting one.
Her attack.
If any creature attempting a damage attack that targets must make a spirit roll. If the roll fails, the creature loses action. If anyone under the effects of Sanctuary attempts to harm living being, evil or otherwise, he loses the benefit of Sanctuary. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Yeah, that's why I've been using blind. You see, because it's non-damaging. That's a good hit. It's an interesting one. Doesn't actually state whether you have to once you roll. That's it, or if it's every turn. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
It's an FAQ.
I best see if that was critical. Thankfully, it wasn't.
So you did hit a zombie, and I haven't applied the damage. For some reason, that zombie's got a Benny. This zombie 5 a wild card.
So what's an FAQ?
Sanctuary.
Having passed a spirit roll to be able to attack her, do I need to do it if I try to attack her again?
I think you do.
You do.
Fair enough.
Because I think you do because it doesn't explicitly say you don't. And of course, don't forget, if that's the ruling, it applies to monsters as well, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you constantly have to roll it, but the disadvantage is you can't attack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take any hostile action, or it breaks the spell.
You can't take you can't do a damaging attack if you read it. Blind is fine, as far as I'm concerned, if you're taking it.
It's nice for paladins and things like that. They don't want to attack first.
So I've got to do a vigor roll to shake this blind off. Is that an action or is it a free thing?
At the end of your
turn,
it's a
you get a
roll.
free roll.
Okay. So I know she's gone that way, do I?
Which means both Leia and Majenko should have taken rolls.
Yeah, actually,
Use them
Leia
as
and
smell.
you both get to take your minus. You get both Leia and Majenko get -2 vigor rolls.
It just gives you the traits anyway. It doesn't. You're not immune to it, are you?
It means everything's blurry. It doesn't mean you're actually blind. You can still see what's
I know,
going
so-
on.
So as it happens, since it's a sight effect, blind -4 Leia's not affected by anyway because her scent allows her to ignore up to -4 points of vision penalties.
That's why I said I use my sense of smell.
Exactly.
Mm.
Fine. Okay. Okay. So what you got to basically you have to do something. You know where she's gone, but you've got a -4 in your trait rolls until the end of your turn, and then you get to make a vigor at -2 check. Works.
I can entangle her, shall I? I'm going to try and entangle her. Yeah? Just for a laugh. Just do an entangle and hope for the best.
Are you putting the damaging modifier on it?
No.
Well done.
I might put the fatigue on it.
That was the correct answer.
I might put fatigue on it though. But yeah.
Fatigue. I would roll fatigue.
Only if it incapacitates you and can cause death, which
Honestly, I would be.
Which you can't. That's why I was thinking about it. That's why I was thinking about it.
I'd make it any hostile action at all.
It does
Yeah, but
specifically say damaging.
But then she'd have ended it when she cast blind because that's a hostile action.
It does say damaging action.
Oh,
doesn't
well,
it?
it didn't work.
Only costs you a PowerPoint though.
I did that. Now I've got to make a bigger roll at minus.
No, it cast. It cost the full power points. It just missed.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I just casted. I rolled a 2.
No, you didn't, because the modification is only your targeting. It's not your spell casting that's modified. It's a successful casting, but it's a you don't. Yeah, it's one of those. It's the weird case of the 6 applies to your actual spell casting. The 2 is whether your spell casting hits as well.
But he should get his penny back.
But you should get your Benny back.
Successfully cast a spell. It's not a. It's a. Oh, because I'm targeting her, am I?
Yeah. You successfully
I'd have done
cast
an
the
AoE
spell,
instead.
but your target because
I should have done an
casting-
AoE then.
it's
No.
still it's an interesting one. It's because casting the spell doesn't require sight to cast the spell. You successfully cast the spell, but because you need the sight to aim the spell, including an area of effect, that's when the targeting would have kick in.
However, if you'd done an AoE, then it would have scattered and it still might have caught her.
I would have treated it like a grenade weapon and done a scatter. Yes, agreed. But except it couldn't go outside. The limitation logically was it couldn't go outside twice his smarts, assuming he paid the extra power point for the extra smarts range. Okay, what's Cease up to?
Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? The only problem we ever have with rules is with the D&D stuff. Have you noticed that? It's like Sanctuary was a D&D thing, no, right? It's Sanctuary or D&D.
None of this is a D&D thing. This is still pure Pathfinder. Thank you very much.
Aye, but you know what I mean? It's in the inherited D&D stuff. And
I am intrigued to see if the new books have Orc licenses or OGL licenses.
Orc.
Well, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because they're conversions of first edition Pathfinder books, which were OGL. So I'm intrigued to see if they end up being OGL or they'll be Orc. So it's just an intellectual ponder.
I don't think they will. I don't think they will, actually.
I think they'll still be OGL.
Aye, OGL.
Okay, that zombie remains stunned and takes 2d4 damage.
But the new Pathfinder thing is Orc, isn't it? 'Cause it's got
Yes,
loads
but that's
of new
Pathfinder.
ones.
That's Pathfinder 2.1, isn't it? Savage Pathfinder's Pathfinder 1.0, as it
I
were.
don't know about Savage Pathfinder, but yeah, hopefully it's got no OGLs in it at all.
No, the new Pathfinder Cora, I think as they're calling it, will be Orc, won't it? License. Who just gone? Because I do hate the way you lose where the combat tracker is when you kill someone and forget to notice who's next.
Me.
Yes, it's next.
I'm kind of borked at the minute, aren't I?
You've got
You're
plus
blind.
2 parry and plus 2 toughness, but you can't see much.
Yeah, but even if I could see, I couldn't be able to do it. Let's see, hang on, traits.
I like the way you immediately said, let's see.
Well, a curse is non-damaging.
That's kills.
Righty-ho, let's...
Well, a lower trait is non-damaging.
Lower trait is
Fast-
undamaging.
Well, fast test is not on, is it?
No.
Right, so it doesn't make a difference. Right, okay, what we'll do is we'll cast light as a cantrip, right? And we'll have disco balls going off in the corridor. Casting weird shadows with the vines and try to upset her.
Okay. So you're casting a light cantrip as a test, is what
As
you're
a
saying.
test.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, it's a successful casting, and even with a -4 on that, you will actually test her successfully.
So, yeah, so roll away to see what she gets. And I think all the devils can do is all the zombies are gone, so all the devils can do is run, basically, I suppose.
Yeah, they can run down towards her.
What would you? What I should use as the resistance for a spell casting light cantrip?
Smarts, because it's spellcasting, which is based on smarts.
That's fine, thank you. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. That was why I was asking.
Well, she failed anyway.
Are you?
You've got a raise.
Got a raise, so we'll roll creative combat.
I might spend a penny for the record.
All right, okay, go for it.
I know you're not complaining, but I'm just thinking about it.
Yep.
No, roll on the
or you force her to spend a penny.
Roll on the creative combat table. Let's see what happens. I can't metagame it. It's an interesting metagame. I can make you roll and then spend a penny, but I wouldn't be that mean.
Think about it like that. Bennies are always metagaming.
So
it's meant to be metagaming. The whole game is built around metagaming. They even say it.
Aye, so can she be distracted and shaken?
She's shaken. Okay, that's fine. She's shaken and distracted. Okie dokie.
I didn't make my bigger roll.
So
Level 1.
It's just going to be 7 until I'm
Actually, thinking about it pedantically, make a slight change. These walls.
Narrow them in a bit.
A bit to narrow in, aren't they?
Does that shake off blind? I think it does, doesn't it? Got a 9.
Yes, because the -4 from blind doesn't apply to it.
So Aki's shook off the blind.
No, I've got to do the same for Cease because.
Okay, so one devil has run, one has walked and growled, so it's an intimidation which fails and then goes to Vorka.
I know Mr. Rose got Okie dokie. Cease using the benny to recover from shaken stations. That brings us to Vorka.
Okay, Vorka is not happy with not being able to see, but I don't see that there's a whole lot I can do about that.
You can rub your eyes really hard at the end of your turn, and you're still on fire.
No. I think there's a zombie still here at my feet, so let me go ahead and just chop this zombie that's right here.
Mhm.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-doop.
Can't spell rule, I noticed when I type really fast. Put double L's in. Okay, that's a hit on that prone, entangled, and vulnerable zombie. I must admit, if you'd missed that, I'd have been very upset.
Oh, so would I. Yeah. Of course, I already did crap damage, but that should be enough, right?
Yeah.
And then I will start feeling my way down the hallway.
Okie dokie.
Oop.
Are you? Oh, I'll allow it. Cece's just far enough away from. Well, technically, Cece's adjacent. If you hover over yourself, he's technically adjacent, but I'll be nice and say it has to be adjacent, just not under the shadow. I'm a nice fellow. Are you running? Oh no, you said you're feeling along the walls.
Yeah, no, I'm just walking, feeling my way down the hall, and then I need to.
You get to make your vigor check at -2.
Right.
Sorry, I just ended turn, but you can still make your vigor check at -2 to shake off the blindness.
I hope you've got clean hands, otherwise you'll be making a hallmark.
Obviously, that would actually be +4 on that, so you got a 3.
Let's Benny that.
Yeah. So actually, make a vigor check at
+2.
+2. +4. Yeah, +2. I can't do my sums in my head. Yeah, vigor check at +2 to negate the blind effect. That's successful. I'll find +2 and then.
See you.
Righty-ho. It's rather annoying, isn't it?
Remind me next time I need to cast a freaky child ghost, who to call.
So. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to range of touch. I'll forget that. Okay. Small or medium. Range of smarts. I think the thing to do here would be go fly to there. At that point, do a last burst template. Okay. 10 inches of movement to get me to there. So 10 inches of movement to get me to there, so I've got 14 inches of movement left. Then I'm going to spend 5 power points. Must be 5 power points. I must have forgot to maintain a conviction. That's my mistake, that was. I'll do it retroactively. If I put the conviction back on, and then spend a Benny, and then spend and then roll a single dice to see if I got a successful casting from the last turn. Okay, so that's. I might be cheeky. Might be cheeky, exactly. So it wouldn't have worked anyway. So she fails to cast here on any of you. It's still. I mean, which only means it's a failed casting, isn't it? Rather than a fail to actually affect you. And she'll back off 14 inches down the corridor. This is going to be a very annoying fight. Thaddeus, you're up.
Right, okay. Right, okay. I wish she was distracted.
Those are sheep.
But,
Actually, I'm going to. Technically, should be running.
23.
Actually, sorry. Hang on. I don't want this fight going on forever. After that, she's going to fly. I know it shows 30 inches. Before you do, you go. Actually, she's going to fly this way because otherwise, this fight will go on forever and a day. Do you know what I mean?
I was going to stun her and see if she fails, she's going to get a flat spin, isn't she? So where's she going now? So yeah, let's try think probably risk it for a biscuit and roll stun on her. And he gets a raise. Although she has got conviction going, that's the thing.
She did. I did spend a Betty. Yeah, I did spend a Betty. So that's a vigor check, isn't it? You didn't get the raise. It's hang on, no, you did get the raise. You did get the raise. That's a vigor check at -2. Oh, you got her! You got her! She failed.
Well, right. Well, she's going to take falling damage.
She's stunned. So what doesn't that mean?
Well, she's knocked prone and she's flying. Bye.
She is not prone, but she's stunned. So she's just floating there, stunned. She wouldn't fall.
All right. Okay.
This is the difference between Pathfinder and Savage Pathfinder. Loss of consciousness doesn't cause spells to expire. Then you know what I mean? Because you cast them and then they have a maintenance. You have to be conscious to maintain them, but you know what I mean? Because there's none of this damage rolls. It's not like the old days where you used to have to roll damage, or if you lost consciousness, they got rid of all that to make the game faster. But anyway, she's stunned. You got her. Nicely done.
So yeah, I'm going to stun her and move to the devil.
I'm going to turn the line of sight blocking off on the statue because she's above it. She's just floating on.
Too high to be affected by melee combat, though, isn't she?
She is.
No, that's right. I'm back in again.
Right. Okay. She's too high to be affected by melee combat. So what we could do is we can move the devil to there. Who can then make a growl attack. Although I don't know, can you be intimidated when you're stunned? Well, you're technically caught. She's conscious.
Yeah, it's stunned. You're not. It's not a case of you're not. Yeah, agreed. That's spirit.
So she's gently bobbing above a growling demon, which is waiting for her to descend.
You got the rage. You got the raise. Roll on creative. Roll on the creative combat table. I do have a penny left. I'm saving it for when I'm
distracted
and vulnerable.
Double
whammy.
And the other devil I mean, is going to do. I think what we'll do is we'll just do a run. Keep it simple. And do the same thing. Yeah. So the demons run under her and start growling at her. Leaving her distracted and vulnerable.
Are you not doing an intimidation with the second demon
then?
You can set her back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Step back. I'll accept the move in a minute. I've already got the dice ready, you see, for you to resist, you see.
Look, it doesn't matter. The fact that you ran never made any difference, so...
Okay, so you roll on the creative combat table. You could get the setback, is why I was asking, because the setback will really nobble her, because then she loses the whole turn.
Tables, creative combat. Setback!
You got the setback.
Oh, that's got to be the fly power end somehow.
Whoops.
That's not a bad turn, isn't it? Stunned, distracted, vulnerable, and setback.
The fly, well, as I say, unfortunately, the fly technically still got. The point is the fly power still maintained it if she's not there. So, okay, Vorko, over to you. I mean, she's in a bad way right now. Look at that. I think she might actually have to fight soon. Just because I'm losing.
Okay, Vorka is going to multi-action.
Okie
We're
dokie.
going to start by stepping forward a little bit to here. For my first action, I am going to cast Warrior's Gift on myself and on Leia.
Ooh.
Ooh, what's the gift?
I am going to give you the New Powers Edge.
Ooh.
And having taken the New Powers Edge, I am going to pick up Dispel and what was the other one?
Warrior's
You-
Gift only gives combat edges.
It only gives combat edges, and you
Oh,
couldn't
is it
give
combat edges?
It,
Aye,
you
aye.
one,
Otherwise
it only
it'd be
gives
really
combat
tricky.
edges, and two, you can't give Leia new powers because she doesn't actually has mystic powers, and as soon as you take mystic powers, you get all the powers you can ever have.
Right, that's right. Yeah, okay. Well, bother.
It's a
Okay,
good
let
idea.
me rethink this then. Has to be combat powers. Bother.
It has to be a combat edge.
Or edge,
Like
that's what I
first
meant.
strike or
Attack.
combat
Frenzy.
reflexes or what's the one where if they hit you, you get to hit them back if they miss?
Counterattack.
That's the one,
Counterattack.
counterattack. I forgot the name
So
of it.
who's going to play a gunslinger next campaign?
Are they
Oh,
appearing in
absolutely.
the next thing, are they?
Oh yeah.
I want to know what races are playable before I decide what I'm going to be.
Uh,
It's not letting me. Okay,
I know
well,
they're
okay.
I know they're
you're right, I
doing
can't do new
ultimate
powers.
combat, ultimate magic, and there'll be more powers.
Aye, aye. All the ultimate books are coming across.
Oh, adventure.
Well, while she's flying up there, improved rapid fire and improved rapid fire for people with bows would be a good idea.
True enough.
Aye, so apart from that, the ultimate book came out, Beastonry 2 is coming out as well.
I know.
So I don't know whether I should procrastinate on the Pathfinder SRD.
It's always one of those ones you never know. Personally, I wasn't. If I get the chance, I
Okay,
won't.
so okay, well, I've already cast it, so you're right. Let's go ahead and give rapid fire to all of the humanoid figures. So all of the PCs, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total.
And you've got to raise so we all get improved rapid fire.
Right. And so that's going to cost me. Spend that. Spend that. That. Okay. If I were to create a barrier above her, would it push her down? If I were to create a barrier that's not connected to anything.
Don't think so, because barriers are like solid, aren't they? They're not movable. But
Right, but if it's not connected to anything.
Oh, I see what she's saying. Oh, you're thinking.
I would say no.
I would say no, but
Because they
Okay.
got-
I know
the
what
gods
you're
are
saying. Yeah,
arrows.
because then the idea is it would fall. However, you could. There's nothing stopping you creating a blade barrier, isn't there? But I mean, it's only
But
going to
she's
do 2d4
standing in.
damage. That she's standing in,
And you can't get out of.
and she can't move out until she's stunned. She can't get out of it. You could, so you could, if you want to create a barrier, you could drop a barrier around her up in the air. It's a noble
And do
turn.
damage that way. Okay, so I guess I'll have to do a spirit check to see if I can.
Hang on. Barrier creates a straight wall 5 inches long and 1 inch tall of immovable material that conforms to the surface it's cast upon. So I don't think you can cast it in the air.
Cast on a surface. Okay. Okay, so I will just cast it along the wall where she is, sticking out from the wall.
You could, in theory, and cast it there. cast it like that, 5 inches long. So you could cast it from that, technically from that wall to that wall. That makes sense.
Right.
Which would
Something
hit
along
her.
those lines.
Yeah, which would hit her. Because as far as I'm concerned, you can create a straight wall up to 5 inches. Doesn't mean you have to create a 5-inch wall. Is my interpretation of that. You know what I mean?
Right. And it conforms to the shape of the surface it's on. So I mean, it would bend around corners and
Yeah.
basically it'd be very dangerous to fly above that little pool right there.
Yes.
So okay. So spirit check to make sure that I can cast a damaging spell at her.
Yes. Successful by the look of things.
And then I will make it a. See, I can't go deadly, but I can go damaging.
I'll let you roll the damage actually, rather than my pitiful 2d4 damage there.
It is only 2d4, isn't it? Okay. I don't see a way of making it bigger, so oh well. 2d4. Ta-dum. Now, would my conviction add to that as well?
That's an interesting question. Probably not, if I'm honest.
Okay. Okay.
There you go.
But she is.
There's your blade barrier.
Yeah, that's great. That's perfect. And it didn't affect her, so she's not fatigued from that damage. So, okay, nope.
Actually, you haven't done the spellcasting roll yet. You might have got the raise.
Did I not?
Actually,
I didn't do the spell
it doesn't actually do. I don't think you do anything on a raise with barrier, do you?
I
No.
don't think so. No.
No. But it does affect the hardness, which I don't think really matters at this point. But you did cast it with a raise, so it's a barrier of hardness 12. And a barrier of 2, apparently. Oh, yeah, of course, objects always have it.
Okay, so.
Well, do that. Although I shouldn't actually put it as in brackets toughness 12, because that will set her toughness to 12, won't it?
There, I've just added the barrier effect to myself so that it's. I should have all that information on it.
Well, that's fine then. Yeah, it's better you cast it on yourself. Yeah, I agreed. Okie dokie, that brings us to Thaddeus. This is where the whole party realises they haven't got any ranged weapons. I was wondering about the gunslinger.
Oh, we've got to have good bows and stuff.
I mean, no, I'm not. I am unjust.
He's got a rocket launcher.
So as he's moving along, Gastus reaches into his handy haversack and pulls out his grappling hook and rope, which he starts to whirl around. And I'm going to save Andacin from that blade barrier she's been trapped into by hooking her on the grappling hook and pulling her down to the ground.
Okay, go for it.
So I'm guessing that's going to be a throwing roll?
Athletics, yes.
Yeah. Well, we can.
Have you just dragged her through a blade barrier?
Pulled her through
No,
it.
I'm saving her from it.
What?
So I'll pull her down to the ground.
I think that's reasonable.
Well, in fact, down towards me it'll be, won't it? And I'd move 14, so I'm like over there.
Are you doing that? Are you being an arrogant so-and-so?
I'll let Vorka roll more damage for the blade barrier just because you're pulling her through it, just for aesthetic sakes.
She had another point of conviction.
A few little nicks and cuts, but that's it.
Why would she have another point of conviction?
Well, because you didn't spend a penny to maintain
she's
it.
just spending bennies on it.
No, she hasn't, because she ended her turn without spending a penny on it.
And I said I forgot to do it, so I then retroactively spent the penny and turned it back on.
See, that's the reason that's the reason I waited till the end of her turn.
So why are we saving her?
We're not. We're getting her.
We're bringing her down to ground level.
Okay, I miss.
Why are you going? It's not your go.
Because devils have got first strike and she's just come in with melee range.
Good point.
Ooh, evil. Okay.
Right,
Okay,
and now that I've got her in range,
adrenaline surge.
I'll have another turn. Thank you very much.
I just want to see how evil this scythe is.
Right, so I'm able to attack her.
Damaging vicious scythe. Shake them, won't they? Technically, you're not running. It's a new action. You can turn the run button off.
Good point. I can, can't I? But I think that's still a hit with a raise.
Roll for damage.
Oh, I can do better than that.
Cliffhanger's perspective. I quite like him to kill her here.
Oh, it's meant to be an extra d6 on that as well for the sneak attack. 21.
21 would be
We'll go with
2
that.
wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Technically speaking, if she's out of bennies, I'll hit
And then
fly.
I've got that one. We'll just go with that. Oh no, we can't be having her being unharmed. And the d6 for the sneak attack, so that's 2 wounds.
17, toughness 5, still 1 wound, it's saying that.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Why? Oh, because of course the 13, of course, is because you technically shook her, but she's already shaken, so it turned it into a wound.
Yeah.
Whereas the 17 is not enough to make it a raise, so therefore that's
Okay, that's fair enough.
3 wounds upon her.
Just think if this had been supers, that'd have been knocked back into the blade barrier.
No, the blade barrier is 4 inches off the ground.
Our Genia will fly over then. Now, see, I dropped that on her, but it didn't. No, she does have a targeted. Why did that not do anything? Didn't even
Did you roll
say she did.
fighting rather than the combat? The bite stink? There's fighting
That
rather
could be it. Yeah, that'll be it. Okay,
than the bite sting.
do that then.
Which is you got the 4. That's a hit with a raise. Roll for damage. Would be rather funny if Gideon did manage to kill her there, but no.
No, didn't hurt her.
Okay. It's Aki's go. I suspect her surviving layers attack is very low at this point.
Really? What gives you that idea?
You're really upset with her, so I think you're going to be very, very violent.
Anyone would
Yeah.
think I had a reputation.
It's either that or Leia's playing with her food.
She don't want
Yeah, I'm
her.
not eating that.
She don't want her to recover and then fly 24 inches. Although she would get a lot of attacks.
I got a Benny to waste on that.
Minimize that. Yeah, no, that's because it's inside her character sheet. Aki ends turn, then ceases up. I mean,
If you ceased up, then you should probably oil it.
sorry, I've lost the map. There we are. I was doing stuff.
It's alright, I've lost the plot.
Oh, so close.
He's in melee range.
Is he? Oh, then I'll do the attack then.
Not sure why he's got such a stupidly large reach all of a sudden, but he's in melee range. I know technically it's meant to be base to base, but I've always just gone, if you're under the shade, you get. I'm allowing it, so therefore it works for it both ways.
It's all about the base.
This has got ridiculous wide range, and I'm not sure why, but anyway. That's weird. Okay, well, I don't think we'll need day together.
Terrible, that is. Terrible, terrible. Cease took away your chance to kill the cat. The woman.
So basically, obviously,
Alright, still Team Cat. We're all
of our equipment drops to the ground, obviously. Okay.
Is this thing in the middle of fountain?
Yeah, we'll get back to that.
Well, it's a pool of liquid. I don't think it's a fountain, but
Is
it's
it
a pool
water?
of liquid. Probably not.
Notice he said all of her gear obviously falls to the ground. He didn't say she falls to the ground. So
she
have
does
we got
too, obviously.
All right, so she doesn't.
Look,
So we're not having like President Snow in Baldur's Gate 3, where she apotheoses into her god, and we have to fight her again. Then. Oh no, she does.
You were saying?
Okay.
Well, at least I get to hit her.
I don't have the artwork for that one.
Pretty.
Yeah, no, I think I'm missing the artwork. Images. Well, she is the big bad, so isn't she? She's got to. Yeah, I need to sort that one out, so I'll need to find the artwork for that another day. So,
It's Leia's turn.
I thought the GM was still busy. I was waiting for him.
So to get this straight, we've just killed her and she's come back.
She's transformed
Into something larger and uglier.
Yes.
Step onto the rim of the fountain, flying front flip through
He
the air.
transforms
land
into
in
a
a
daughter
palace.
of Urga Gotha.
Does that mean
Daughter of a gopher.
So she's no longer stunned and all that?
Oh no, everything's gone. All her old powers have gone, everything else.
Yeah.
She's regained all her power points and has a whole new different list of powers.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
And of course, because she, and the really evil thing about it all is, of course, she's
I'm going to re-roll that damage.
Well, that's a blow for morale, isn't it?
it is rather, isn't it?
One more attempt at actually doing better than Shaken.
Is she going to? She's at the bottom of the combat tracker. Is she going to get a turn at the end of the round, or are you just redealing after Leia?
How can I roll that crap with that many dice? Okay, never mind. She's vulnerable anyway.
You're making her vulnerable.
Of course I am.
Okie dokie, that's fine. Perfectly valid question. I was deliberately not answering anything else because I was not answering other questions. We sorted that out. So she is shaken and vulnerable, and that brings us to Majenko.
Trying to work out where I left him.
Entrance of the room.
Sorry, my screen was zoomed in too much to be able to get that last bit of movement.
If you had a
then.
sigh, I should have been sleeping you all.
Sleeping.
Yeah, but no, you were all spread out, so that's why she. Well, if you all got together, then she dives down and sweeps all of you. But you quite sensibly were all spread out, so I never got to do it. That's a hit. Jenko hits.
It's a breath weapon, stun.
That's a vigor check. Successful.
Never mind.
And shakes. Okie dokie. So I'm going to do a medium burst template. Yep, that'll do.
I don't like the look of that template.
PowerPoint. 5 PowerPoints. You know what? Actually, no, I'm happy with the 4, so I'll save my conviction. Oh no, she spent. Conviction. I'll check.
You can use conviction whenever you feel like, Kenny. You can use it after you've made a roll.
Villains can have 1 point of conviction.
I know, but I mean, can you play conviction whenever you feel like it, or have you got to do it before you roll?
Anytime. I'll let you guys play anytime you like. It wasn't that I was.
What the rules are.
Right. Okay. So dispel has been cast. First things first, I need Thaddeus to make a spellcasting roll.
Oh, she's casting the spell on me, is she?
No, she's casting dispel on your devils.
All right, okay.
Everyone under the area of effect will be affected. So obviously that affects both your devils. They can be unsummoned, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, your 9 beats that. So Devil 1's okay, and technically, I suppose Devil 2's okay because it's no reason to make you roll both. Aki put Smite on Volker, but Volker's out the area of effect. That's okay. Gastus has no abilities on him. Aki's outside the area of effect. Leia, Aki, I need you to make a faith check, please.
Faith.
Not you, Aki.
needs to do it,
Oh.
because Aki casts the power on you.
Ah.
That's absolutely fine. Okay. Well, time has caught us up. I think, annoyingly, it's a time to leave it. I have to make a new video for next week because this being the big bad fight, we need to have a video for halfway through when we start again. But I hope you enjoyed it.
We just had the big bad fight, and then you just brought in a new bad guy. You cheated.
I didn't cheat. I didn't write the adventure. But we shall leave it there. So next time, hopefully, we will see the conclusion of 7 Days to the Grave. Obviously, there's still lots of things to finish up afterwards, but I think this is the last major fight of the adventure, so we shall do that next time. Unfortunately, of course, we're mid-fight, so everyone's out of beddies. Ha ha ha. Well, you're not being
What is she transformed into?
a
What do you mean
daughter
out
of...
pennies?
I'm talking about Aki, I was looking at. A daughter of Urgathoa. I'll find the artwork so you can see it next week. But we shall leave it there this week and see you next week, where we will probably finish 7 Days to the Grave and begin escape from all. So, woo. Take care, have fun, one and all. See you next time. Bye.